तुम्ही पळयतात Prudent. You're watching Prudent.
SpexMojo.com See the Difference presents Mood of the State, co-sponsored by Rajdeep Builders.
परत एक फावट येवकार आम्ही पयली भागा भितर 10 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीज पळयल्यो आनी सरकाराच्या परफॉर्मन्साचो प्रश्न पळयला. ह्या दुसरी भागा भितर आमी आनीक 10 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीज पळयतात आनी एक महत्वाचो जो प्रश्न पळयतात की लोकांक ह्या इलेक्शनातले खंयचे इश्यूज महत्वाचे दिसतात. हांव सुरवात करता इश्यू वेल्यान आनी मागीर आमी 10 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी कडेन वचया. सगळ्यात पयली म्हळ्यार वॉट आर द इश्यूज आनी ह्या मूड ऑफ द स्टेट सर्वे भितर आमी एक्सटेन्सिवली इश्यूज घाल्ले क्वेश्चनरा भितर. आमच्या आयच्या ह्या सर्वेचे जे टायटल स्पॉन्सर आसात ते SpexMojo.com आसा आनी एक मेजर इश्यू कितें हाजो ग्राफ तुमकां टीव्हीचेर दिश्टी पडटा. एक्सटेन्सिव जितले इश्यूज आमच्या तकल्या भितर आसात तेही ह्या क्वेश्चनरा भितर घाल्ले आनी हाज्याकी भायर जर लोकांक खंयचो इश्यू आसा दिसता जाल्यार तोही लोकांनी सांगचो हाजो पर्याय दवरिल्लो. हो ग्राफ पळयल्यार तुमकां भयंकर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड दिसतलो. सो हांव आनी तुमकां एक्सप्लेन करना. आय विल गो स्ट्रेट अवे टू निलेश. Nilesh, which are the top 5 issues? Simple. To put it in a very, to unjumble the data, what are the top 5 issues?
The top 5 issues are development, unemployment, rising prices, corruption, and COVID handling.
Okay.
Okay, it's a very straightforward thing. But we still, I mean, because Prudent is a very socially driven channel and looks and very society prone channel. It was, I thought, our responsibility to put across all the points that we kind of looked at figuring out. And what was most important is we also asked people to mark some of them which are non-issues for them. What is important for us to understand here is, as a society, these are things which are very, very important and they come very staggering. And as a teacher and as an academician, to an extent also very disturbing. For example, if you look at the graph on the screen that you see, from the left of the screen to the right of the screen, what you see is the blue color on the graph, which basically shows which issues are important for people and which issues are not important. For that, you have to go from right to the left. What we did was we did a very small exploratory study to figure out what are the major issues that exist in Goa at this point in time, through a lot of media survey and through talking to a lot of people in the society. And we came up with this 20 points, so you can actually see those 20 bars there. And in this, development happens to be a number one issue for 24% of the respondents. Unemployment happens to be 17% to number one to the respondents. Rising prices is 11% number one to the respondents, and corruption and COVID handling follow after the rising prices as 10 and 8%. Now they mark them as number one issues. What is staggering and what is important is what people do not consider to be number one issues, or people consider them to be completely non-issues, are things like communalism, defections, CZMP, mining, economy, Bhumiputra bill. I mean, I thought Bhumiputra was a bill that basically government thought of was to bring for these local people, but they considered these things to be a complete non-issue. So though Pramod was actually saying that let's make it very simple and let's make a pie graph, I insisted that we show this, because I think it's extremely important that people of Goa need not only see what were the important issues, but I think people in Goa should also figure out and ask themselves this question: what they have marked as non-issues, are they actually non-issues for Goa?
So what are the top 5 non-issues, Nilesh?
The top 5 non-issues are private forests, CZMP, defections, communalism and coal.
This is very hit. Radha Bab, I'll start with you. I cannot start with anybody else after seeing this data.
I think this data very accurately reflects my opinion of the people of Goa. Yes,
And that is?
As an activist for years together, I think that is the way we the people of Goa are. See, the issues which are gut issues hardly matter. They are always fringe issues in Goa. People do not react to these issues. Now CZMP is a very critical issue. As someone living in a coastal village, I have seen myself how the sea has encroached so close to the coconut groves, a substantial part of the coast has been washed away. But no one is concerned with that. Mining, we know how disastrous it has been. Coal transportation, again I live in a railway village where coal is transported and lot of coal flakes fly over. But no one is concerned with that. That is the reality. So what do I say on that? I mean, that's the way things are.
I'll go to Manoj. Manoj, how do you look at this graph? The most important 5 issues and least important 5 issues. So on one side, if you ask me, there are issues which matter with our daily life, unemployment, development and issues like that. On the other side, there are emotive issues. So when you go across Goa, and let me emphasize on this, when you go across Goa, that this is the picture that you get. So
Manoj starts, Pramod, if you could bring that graph back on the
yeah,
screen.
please keep that graph
I would
on the
request
screen.
all the panel members and every single person and every citizen of Goa to have a look at this, except for development, unemployment, rising prices, corruption. These 4 points, except for these 4 points, all other issues, non-issue is 50% of the respondents. So even COVID handling, which was supposed to be one of our top 5 issues, which is as far as the data is concerned, even there, if you look at the dark thing right on top, which is a non-issue, which depicts the non-issue, even that becomes a 50% people felt COVID handling also to be a non-issue.
Yeah.
So I insisted, Pramod, to keep this complex graph is only to probably reach out to the people of Goa that things are not a
demonstrate the
non-issue.
complexities of Goan mind.
Yes, sorry Manoj, I interrupted.
या हे ग्राफ पळोवन सामके चुरचुरे दिसता, चुरचुरे आणि वायट दिसता. वायट कित्याक लागून
कित्याक दिसता मनोज? कारण पळय,
डेव्हलपमेंट,
अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, रायझिंग प्राइसेस, करप्शन आणि कोविड हँडलिंग, दीज आर युअर टॉप 5 इश्यूज
कित्याक वायट
जे आमच्या दैनंदिन जिणे भितर आमकां लागतात.
कित्याक वायट दिसता त्या विशयाकडे या. समाजाचे पतन आणि मोरल व्हॅल्यूज कितले पडत चल्ल्या आणि आम्ही आमच्या राजकर्त्या कडल्यान कितें एक्सपेक्ट करतले आणि फ्युचर कसो आसतलो हाच्या वयल्यान चित्रित जाता. जस्ट सी द डिफरन्स. मी म्हणजे म्हाका आणि आमकां म्हणजे वी हाचो सामको स्टार्किंग डिफरन्स थंय दिसता. म्हणजे गोंयाक कितें जाय तें म्हाका पडिल्लें ना, आमकां कितें जाय तें म्हाका पडिल्लें ना. म्हाका कसो फायदो जातलो, म्हजो कसो बेनिफीट जातलो, म्हाका घरांत कितें हांव व्हरतलो ताचेर लोकांचें लक्ष आसा आणि ताच्या खातीर हे समाजाचे पतन गोंयाक जाल्लें आसा. हे हाचे वयल्यान
If we can get that graph again on screen, and I'm insisting this again because it's a very, very significant data.
इट इज व्हेरी डिस्टर्बिंग डेटा.
This is a very disturbing data. कारण सांगता हांव, तुम्ही खंयचे खंयचे टॉपिक्स आमी हातूंत भितर घाल्ले पळयात आणि आमी तकली भरपूर तकली फोडून 4-5 दीस तकली फोडून हे घाल्ले. ताचो कितें परिणाम जालो तो तुमकां दिश्टी पडटा सद्या. तातूंत भितर गार्बेज आशिल्ली, कसिनो आशिल्ले, एज्युकेशन एज अ इश्यू आशिल्लो, मेगा प्रोजेक्ट्स, भूमिपुत्र बिल, इकॉनॉमी, मायनिंग, ऑनलायन क्लासीस, म्हादय, स्पेशल स्टेटस आणि मागीर जे लिस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट, कोल, कम्युनलिझम, डिफेक्शन्स, CZMP, प्रायव्हेट फॉरेस्ट. सो एक गजाल लक्षात घेयात, जशें निलेशान बरें सांगलें, दाव्यान सावन तुमी उजव्यान वतात तेन्ना टॉप 5 इश्यूज दिसतात, उजव्यान सावन तुमी दाव्यार येतात तेन्ना तुमकां टॉप लिस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट इश्यूज दिसतात. पण ताच्या मदीक जे आसा तेंय पळयात. ताच्या मदीक म्हळ्यार आमकां चडशे पडून गेल्ले ना अशे इश्यू खंयचे? गार्बेज, कसिनो, एज्युकेशन, मेगा प्रोजेक्ट्स, भूमिपुत्र बिल, इकॉनॉमी, मायनिंग, ऑनलायन क्लासीस, म्हादय, स्पेशल स्टेटस. Radhaba, before I go to the political parties, very clearly, there are emotive issues on one side. जाचेर आंदोलन जातात, मिडिया भितर बोवाळ जाता, आमी सगळे लाईव्ह दाखयतात, डिबेट करतात, आमी एकामेकाची तकली आपटून घेतात, हे एक वटेच्यान. दुसरे वटेच्यान लोकांक एक्चुअली कितें जाय जाल्यार लोकांक ते आपल्याला पोटाची पडून गेल्ले आहा, म्हारगाय वाडटा ताची पडून गेल्ले आहा, करप्शना लागून त्रास जाता ताची पडून गेल्ले आसा. सो दीज आर द इश्यूज दॅट पीपल आर बॉदर्ड अबाउट. सो can we really call people selfish, or we are clear की आमकां डेव्हलपमेंट जावं, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट जावं, रायझिंग प्रायसीस जावं, ह्यो गजाली महत्वाच्यो आसात. तातूंत भितर एक सिच्युएशनल म्हणून कोविड हँडलिंग आयला, ते सुद्दां 5 नंबराचेर. हाऊ डू यू लुक एट राधाबा?
I would think, as Dr. Manoj has said, we are mostly people concerned with oneself, each one to himself. If I get what I want, society goes into the background. And I think this is the case with all of us Indians. We do not have a social characteristics. We are not a people who work, who talk or think on a larger scale. And this is what makes the difference between the Europeans and us. This is what has enabled outsiders to come, conquer, subjugate us. See, this is what I've always been saying. Whatever you may say, we as a people have little social consciousness, and this is the result. You see the issues at the other end, lower end, they are all social issues. It affects society. No one is concerned with that.
ओके एल्विस क्विकली बरेचदा एक राजकीय पक्ष म्हणून की हे सगळे जे डिव्हिजिव्ह इश्यूज असतात तकली तापोवपी इश्यू आहात तांचे व्हडली जनरल पब्लिका पडून गेला जनरल पब्लिकाचे पडून गेला जाचेर तुमचे सारखे पक्ष किंवा बाकीचे पक्ष सध्या तुमकां लोकांक सारकी खबर आहा लोकांक कितें पडून गेले ते आमकांच एकदां म्हाका दिसता तुवें कळना की लोकांक कितें पडून गेले ते
I tend to agree with the other panelists, whatever views they have expressed. आणि वायट दिसता खरेंच वायट दिसता की हे जे स्टेटीचे अस्तित्वाचे इश्यूज जे आसा तातून जर लोकांक व्हडलें पडोवंक ना देन इट इज डिस्टर्बिंग. एकूच एक बेनिफीट ऑफ डावट असो दिवंक शकता म्हणल्यार आतां कोविडाची आतां सद्याक करन्सी कमी जाल्ली आसा आनी जेन्ना ही सर्वे जाल्या तेन्ना ताचें प्रमाण कमी जाल्यार पब्लीक मेमरी एक मातशें शॉर्ट आसता. त्या टायमार आता आंदोलन जेन्ना चलतालें CZMP आंदोलन म्हणा कोलाचेर आंदोलनां चलतालीं त्या टायमार एक वेळा जर सर्वे जाल्ली जाल्यार लोकांची जागृताय तेन्ना वाडिल्ली आशिल्ली म्हणून एक वेळा दुसरे भशेन रिजल्ट मेळूंक शकताले. पण ओवरऑल आय एम नॉट बिलिटलिंग एनीथिंग. म्हाका दिसता की जर आज हे सोशल इश्यूवांचेर जर आमी चिंतिना आनी इफ दे आर फाउंड टू बी लिस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट जाल्यार फुडार बरो ना इतलेंच म्हाका सांगपाचें.
Let me just add.
Yeah.
See, if you look at that chart.
Yeah, can we have that chart again?
If you just look at that chart,
Yeah.
you will see which are the issues of least importance. Now you will also see these are issues on which in Goa there have been agitations on coal, on CZMP, all these issues. There have been agitations and there have been activists.
Yeah.
And when these activists contest elections, they lose their deposits.
So this is in tune with our electoral results.
Exactly. So what it shows is that these are issues where people who agitate
Yeah.
are agitating for a cause, but the people don't care for that cause.
Yeah.
Therefore, the activists don't get any
गिरिराज
support.
यू मस्ट बी व्हेरी हॅपी कारण तुमचे पक्ष आसूं किंवा बाकीचे राजकीय पक्ष आसूं एक कन्क्लुजनाचेर पावलो तुमकां लोकांक कितें जाय तें सारकी खबर आहा. तुमी डेव्हलपमेंटाची उलयतात म्हारगाय ओपोजिशन असल्यार म्हारगायेची उलयता अनएम्प्लॉयमेंटाची उलयतात गे नोकऱ्यो दिता तुमी सध्या तर कोण नोकरी दिता कोण डोल दिता कोण प्रॉमिस दिता नोकऱ्यांचे तुमकां सारकी खबर आहा लोकांक कितें जाय तें त्या आंदोलन बिंदोलन तुमकां दिसतात ती चल्ल्या म्हणून पण ताचो फायदो कांयच ना हेय तुमकां खबर आहा. एम आय रायट? यू कॅन टेक दॅट क्रेडिट नो प्रॉब्लेम.
ताका दोन भाग आसा.
हय.
एक म्हणजे पयलो म्हणजे जेन्ना लोकांनी म्हणलें की 46% सेड गुड व्हेरी गुड 13% लोकांनी म्हणलें हे हाज्या खातीर कारण बीजेपी नोज द पल्स ऑफ द पीपल. दुसरो विषय जो आसा लुकिंग एट युअर चार्ट लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर गोइंग टू बी डिसअपॉइंटेड आणि लॉट ऑफ दोज इश्यूज आर नॉट रियल इश्यूज बट क्रिएटेड इश्यूज. लॉट ऑफ पीपल हॅव इन्वेस्टेड देअर पॉलिटिकल कॅपिटल in trying to create issues like for example coal and people are not are able to see through the opposition clearly.
Yeah.
राधाराव बाबान जशें म्हणलें गोंयच्या लोकांक कांयच कळना युरोपाक खबर आसा. दिस इज अवर कोलोनियल मायंडसेट. दॅट मायंडसेट हॅज टेकन अस बॅक. आय थिंक गोंयची जी पब्लीक आसा ती सुजाण आसा तांकां सारकें खबर आसा की खंयचो विशय कसो तांकां इम्पॅक्ट जाता. आतां कोविड हँडलिंगाचेर म्हणटा Goa is one of the very few states that has completed 100% vaccination of the first dose. हाजेर लोक कांयच उलयना. इवन जेन्ना कोविड वेव वॉज एट इट्स पीक काही चुको घडल्या आसत बट नेवर एवर वॉज युअर चीफ मिनिस्टर अनअवेलेबल फॉर द पब्लिक
Okay.
or the press.
So you are saying this is
No, I have been misquoted. You see,
No.
I have not said because of the colonial mindset. What I have said is that because of this mindset we have become colonies. I have not said because of the colonial mind. Because this is the way we think. Foreigners have come and conquered us.
Okay.
That on that I am willing to debate with you anytime.
Colonial mindset
It is
has
not colonial
always
mindset.
told us
We have become colonies because our mindset is what it is, man. Which is like you all, what you all preach.
फाल्यां जेन्ना लोक तुम्ही सांगता ते आयकता तेन्ना लोक सामके जागृत आहा. बट वेन दे से दॅट इश्यू इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टंट जस्ट बिकॉज यू हॅव क्रिएटेड इट यू आर कॉलिंग पीपल नॉट intelligent.
If
This is
CZ
shame
MP is
on
not
the
important,
opposition.
scrap it, man. Scrap
I
it.
am
Why do
saying
you have it?
this
Why
is
does your
shame
government
on
have CZ
opposition.
MP? Scrap it.
I am saying this is
And then-
shame on opposition,
then-
and I will repeat, this is colonial mindset.
Okay.
I'm repeating it.
Okay, now we'll go to very interesting thing. And we'll go to constituencies. So आमकां सारको mindset लोकांचो कळपा लागतलो. We'll start with पणजी आणि तालिगांव. And now this is very interesting कारण गिरिराजाकय पणजी खबर आहा, निलेशाकय पणजी खबर आसा, आमकांय खबर आसा. पणजी, how is Babush Monserrat, who got elected on a Congress ticket by joining it at the last minute and shifted to BJP, faring? Can we have that graph for Panaji? Is Babush Monserrat safe? Babush Monserrat is unsafe. And I think this is the first kind of a bigger shocker than Mapsa that is coming. Babush Monserrat is unsafe in Panaji. And then we go to Talegaon, whether Jennifer Monserrat is safe. And what is the thing, a Jennifer Monserrat on a BJP ticket is unsafe. Now these are two, I think, big data points emerging out of this survey, that Babush Monserrat on a BJP ticket is unsafe in Panaji. Jennifer Monserrat on a BJP ticket is unsafe in Talegaon. Nilesh, I'll straight away go to you.
Manoj actually was a little scared in the break, and he asked me, Nilesh, everywhere you're saying that people are happy with the government, and then your end data is saying that they are not. We start from here, Manoj Bab, and it's cute, believe me, it's cute. There are a lot of people in both Talegaon as well as in Panaji who are asking for a change in government and are not very happy with the sitting MLA. So it's one of the major things that we find here, where you actually find that people are asking for a change of government as well as change of MLA. Because they are not happy, or they have not given a very
So
good.
before we go to Talegaon, Manoj, very quickly, do you think that the voter of Panaji has not accepted shift of Babush Monserrat and Babush Monserrat on a BJP ticket?
Very true. I agree with this. I agree to this particular statement that the voters of Panjim are very smart. They have voted Babush Monserrat because he was on a Congress ticket, because they wanted some change there. And when he has shifted to the BJP, they feel that it is a breach of trust, and that is going against a very, very popular candidate otherwise. Now remember, Babush Monserrat, whether it was Santa Cruz or Panjim or Talegaon, he has always been very popular. He has always been the favorite of whichever, but he has always been against the BJP. At very crucial times he has taken stand against the BJP, and then on that particular wave he rides. But now when he is in the BJP, there he is facing opposition in the BJP itself and also from the Congress. So therefore both these seats for the Monserrat.
So it is
family
BJP against Babush Monserrat plus Congress in
Yes.
Panaji. Very good. Nilesh, Talegaon.
Talegaon too is a place where they want a change of the sitting candidate, and I'm sorry, they are not happy with the sitting candidate, and they want to say the change in the government.
So it's a very interesting thing. The voter of Panaji is not accepting Babush Monserrat on a BJP ticket. The voter of Talegaon is also not accepting Jennifer Monserrat on a BJP ticket.
No, I'll just disturb you a little.
Yeah.
In other constituencies, they have said that they are not accepting the candidate, but they are okay with the government. Whereas in this case, they are asking for both the change of government and not happy with the.
So you are saying Panaji and Talegaon for a change have behaved exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a coincidence, but yeah, that's the case.
This happens to be a problem. There I see a problem for the BJP, because both are considered to be bastions of the BJP. Panaji, because Panaji has been electing a BJP candidate altogether.
Panaji has been elected Manohar Parrikar, for God's sake.
Yeah, and दूसरा Talegaon, though Talegaon was not electing a BJP candidate,
Yeah.
Talegaon has been a strong supporter of an BJP of the BJP in power. So आता या दोन्ही कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन जर बीजेपीच्या अगेन्स्ट जर वातावरण जाता आणि ते म्हणटा की आमकां चेंज ऑफ गव्हर्नमेंट जाय, then it is really a danger sign. Then that means, remember, Panjim is not an simple, we just cannot discount.
Yeah.
Because Panji's voter, they decide and determine their chief ministers. They have determined the future of Goa. So Panji is seeing a particular shift. Then there is a problem somewhere for the BJP everywhere.
Radhabab?
if that is correct, it means it is an invitation to the Congress to call for Gar Wapsi. You see, the way things are.
No, but tell me one thing, very important, Dadaba. Nilesh, in an event, although Congress has made it very clear they are not going to take the defectors back and all, Babush Mansarat goes back on a Congress ticket. Will people of Panji accept him?
No, because for Panji, I was just checking that, and when you look at the major issue and defection as one of the issues, Panji is probably the only constituency which has overwhelmingly given 52% in support of defection as a major issue. So
people
I was
of
just
Panji-
trying to kind of make it doubly sure whether the data is right or wrong.
People of Panji have clearly said we are not accepting the defection of Babush Mansarat.
Yes.
Yes.
Radhabab, on
No.
Taligaon and Panji?
See, Taligaon from the year 2002 has been a personal bastion of the Mosarat family. Forget the
But
party.
that personal bastion is not taking very kindly to Jennifer Mansarat.
No,
on the
that's
BJP
what. See,
ticket.
it has been there now for 20 years. So many elections. And after, no one can be a permanent satrap. And as we know, Panjim, this area was tending towards being a satrapy of Mosarat. Now, if there is a change, it also means that, after 20 years, the voter changes, substantial voter changes. And even if you are the very best, people are bound to ask for change. So I am not surprised that there is a perception that there must be change. But
Elvis?
दिस हांगा कितें आसा पणजे आनी एक्सटेंशन ऑफ पणजे म्हणल्यार तालिगांव हें व्हडलें कॉम्प्लेक्स कांय ना हितून चिंतपा सारकें कांय ना लोक चिंतता देर इज अ होमोजेनिटी इन थिंकींग पणजेचे जर पयशे जाल्यार बीजेपी कशें म्हणून कोण वोट मारिनाशिल्लो हांगा चड करून ते प्रिडॉमिनेटली ते मनोहर पर्रीकराक म्हणून वोट पडटाले आनी जशे मनोहर पर्रीकर गेले तेन्नाच्यान एक निर्णय जालो की आतां बीजेपीक आमी घरा धाडपाक आनी दॅट इज एक्झॅक्टली वॉट हॅपन आनी हो जो आसा आतां हो आमदार जो जालो ताणें 100 दीस येवचे पयलींच ताणें पळय आश्वासनां दिल्लीं ताचे पयलींच तो गेलो दुसरे पार्टीन सो हो जो धक्को दिल्लो हांव वेदळ म्हणटालो तेंच हांगा प्रिडॉमिनेटली लोकांचें आयकपाक मेळटा की विश्वासघात केलो पणजेकारांक व्हडले कसले डेव्हलपमेंट हांगा आमी जाणा ते कसले डेव्हलपमेंट ते तसलें कांय ना पूण विश्वासघात केलो हो मेजर फॅक्टर आनीक पयरूच एक आमी व्हिडिओ पळयला नांव घेवपाचें म्हणल्यार शैलेंद्र वेलिंगकाराचो व्हिडिओ पळयला तातूंत कितें दिसता की ताणें आपलेंच कितें तें केलां आनीक बाकीच्यांक सगळ्यांक सोडून दिल्या सो हाजो डॉमिनो इफेक्ट तालिगांवचे इफेक्ट पडटलोच कित्याक बोथ आर फ्रॉम द सेम फॅमिली आनी हे फॅमिली राज परते सीसीबीच्या इलेक्शनानूय आमी पळयलां की ताणें फॅमिली राज हाडपाचो प्रयत्न केलो जे बीजेपी फॅमिली राज आनी गिरिराजान हाजेर सांगचें मुद्दम की तेन्नाचे पळय फ्रेंड्स ऑफ गुड गव्हर्नन्स तातूंत भितर ताचोय आस्पो आशिल्लो की फॅमिली राज म्हणून जे पळय कास्टिगेट करताले दुसरे काँग्रेसीक चड करून ते आतां फॅमिली राज आमकां हांगा दिसूंक मेळटा
आय एम नॉट इवन आस्किंग अ क्वेश्चन यू हॅव आस्क्ड अ क्वेश्चन टू गिरिराज रिस्पॉन्ड टू दॅट
सो इट इज ऑब्वियस हांगा पळय आउटकम आसा दॅट इज 100% ट्रू
When we were talking about 2012, you know the kind of politics that was going on at that time. There were 3 people from one family that was given ticket. So today, before asking me, you are in that party that actually did that. And the 4th one who you could not accommodate because of some shame somewhere, you put him in the NCP. So there were 4 members from the same family. On the
So does that justify your party giving tickets to many people in the same family?
Not. All I am saying is on a case basis, if there is a constitution, like even today, there is only one couple which is there.
No, so how and that couple looks unsafe. So please respond to that.
I will come to that. See, if you look at basically loyal karyakartas, including somebody like me, I think the biggest problem against defection was the defection that happened in Panji. For some people, his switching to BJP may be a betrayal. For loyal BJP supporters, his homecoming into the BJP was a betrayal. The second aspect is what Manoj Bab said, ki Taligaon also he is considered bastion. Then I think we will have to change the very definition of the word bastion. Taligaon has been a family stronghold for the Monserrats. Now, as I said, I cannot comment on the candidates at this point of time. But I think Taligaon is where significant work will have to go in, irrespective of who the candidate is. As far as Panji is concerned, I think the party will obviously look at your survey very closely and they will definitely look at what is the best way to go forward. but I still believe that Panji is a seat that is a BJP bastion. People will want Manohar Bhai's legacy to be continued, and I think they will, continue. And if you feel that this unsafeness is because of the Congress people feeling betrayed, then I think we are kind of overstating.
No, for me, this unsafeness is because of BJP people feeling betrayed, not Congress people feeling betrayed.
I will agree with you there.
Just to add a little bit to this, like I said in Panjim, people consider defection to be a issue. In Talegaon, people have said defection is a non-issue.
Non-issue. At the same,
that aggravates.
But they are
aggravates the problem.
Jennifer Montserrat on a BJP ticket.
Yeah,
that's a very crucial point.
Yes.
Next दोन constituency, Santander and Santa Cruz. We will start with Santa Cruz and then we will go to Santander. Now this is again very interesting. Tony Fernandez is unsafe. So another defector is unsafe, and Francis Silveira, another defector, is again unsafe. So again, two more defectors are clearly unsafe in Santa Cruz and in Santander, both of them. So what is this message? This is like the Tiswadi खंयतरी बाबुशाच्या खुस्तार जिखपाचो जो प्लान आशिल्लो तो लोकांनी उलटून उडयला काय कितें अशी दिसपा सारकी परिस्थिती आसा. Started with Panji, we went to Santander, we went to Santa Cruz. I'll say if that is the case, let's take entire Tiswadi right now. Let's see what happens in Kumbharzoa, where there is a sitting MLA, is not a defector, but there are problems with his health. And Pandurang Madkekar is also unsafe. So all 5 constituencies in Tiswadi, where there is a BJP candidate, BJP sitting MLA, all 5 are unsafe as per this. Nilesh, kindly explain all 3, then we'll go ahead.
Well, I think I'll come back to the same thing where people are not happy with the sitting MLA's performance. So, and situation has been that there are some places where people have been rated as very bad, that is worst. So, I mean, people have been very emotive in their expression by saying worst. Otherwise, people have been at bad. And things like that, but they have gone to worse. What is most important is that in Kumbharzoa, Santander, there is an overwhelming majority, that is above 50%, who are looking out for a change in government. Santa Cruz, however, it is 50-50, but more tilting towards the change of government, and therefore these candidates become unsafe. What is important here again is the public in Kumbharzoa knows that the sitting MLA has got health issues, but I don't think they are sympathizing with that issue either. So that's the way it goes.
Manoj?
Yeah, if you look at all 6 constituencies now, आता तिसवाडी कडे जर आम्ही पळयतले जाल्यार पणजी तालिगांव जे आम्ही आता डिस्कस केला, सांता क्रूज, सानांद्रे आणि कुमारजुआ या सगळ्या हाचेर तिसवाडी तालुक्याचेर बाबूश मोन्सेराताचे फॅमिलीचो व्हडलो स्ट्रॉंग इन्फ्लुएन्स आसा. ताच्यापैकी सांता क्रूज is considered to be the next extension of Montserrat family. Sanandre and to some extent Kumarzua, or let us leave Kumarzua aside. तातून सानांद्रे आणि सांता क्रूज आय एम नॉट सरप्राइज एट ऑल. म्हणजे पणजे आणि तालिगांवची जी गत आसा तीच गत सानांद्रे आणि सांता क्रूजात आसा, कारण थंय ते दोनूय कॅन्डिडेट स्वताच्या कॅन्डिडेटचेराचेर निवडून येनात, पण बाबूश मोन्सेराताच्या आशिर्वादाचेरूच थंय निवडून येतात किंवा ताच्या हातान थंय येतात. सो थोडक्यान जर तुम्ही पहिले जाल्यार एंटायर तिसवाडी रायट फ्रॉम पणजी, तालिगांव, सांता क्रूज, सानांद्रे, कुमारजुआ, निलेश बाब सांगता ते प्रमाणे दे आर लुकिंग फॉर अ चेंज इन गव्हर्नमेंट and they are also looking for a change of the face. So in any case it seems to be bad for the BJP. So that is one thing. दुसरी गजाल, डिफेक्शनाचो विषय जेन्ना आमी पळयताले की डिफेक्शन हॅज ऑलवेज बीन द लास्ट प्रायोरिटी ऑफ ऑल दी गवर्न्स ऑन एंड होल, पण तिसवाडीन डिफेक्शन हॅज बिकम एन मेजर इफेक्ट बिकॉज इट इज क्लोज टू द कॅपिटल, क्लोज टू इंटेलिजन्सिया, क्लोज टू पावर सर्किट्स एक्सेट्रा. सो इट इज अ डेंजर sign for the BJP, danger sign for the Montserrat family, and this goes on to add that today in the BJP Michael Lobo is much more valuable than the perception of Babush Montserrat, who was there for last 20 years. So it is a decline of the empire, and it becomes that it seems that Montserrat becomes the next Ottoman.
Radhabab.
Yes. See, what happens is it appears to be that in that is Tiswadi, there is a anti-BJP, anti-incumbency feeling. And this happens in states where, in areas where people get frustrated. Now you look at Silvera. He's been an MLA for many years, 3, 4, 5 terms. Madkekar has also been an MLA for many years. They have been MLAs cutting across party lines. Congress, BJP, MGP, all parties. So obviously there is a facial fatigue. People don't want to see the same faces again and again. Of course, in Santa Cruz, Tony Fernandez is a first timer. But then Santa Cruz is a very marginal constituency. Even otherwise, the voting is always, although Congress has been winning, it's very close constituency. So all these factors together apparently mean that, and there is an anti-incumbency against the government also. See, after 10 years, there is a natural feeling of anti-incumbency. So all these things probably are working against the sitting MLAs. Of course, with our Pandurang Madkekar, there is that unfortunate problem where he chose to travel to Bombay via Agra and landed in trouble. So that problem is also there. So we have to take that into account.
Now this reinforces what I said in the very beginning. तुम्ही जेन्ना डिफेक्टरांचे हांवें जो उल्लेख केल्लो की विश्वासघात लोक मानून घेवचे ना म्हणून दॅट इज एक्झॅक्टली द रिफ्लेक्शन नाव वेन वी कम टू तिसवाडी आनी 5 भितरले 4 डिफेक्टर हांगा दिसता आमकां सो डिफेक्टरांक माफ करचे ना लोक हें सिद्ध जाल्लें आसा आनीक फॅमिली पळय आसा तर फॅमिलीचें एक्सटेंशन आय स्लायटली डिसएग्री विथ डॉक्टर मनोज की सांता क्रूज जावं सांत आंद्रे जावं तांचें एक्सटेंशन तांचो पावर थंय चलता ते दीस गेले आतां ते आशिल्ले एका टायमार मे बी आनी आतां फुडें तरी आसचें ना दॅट इज हें निश्चित जाल्लें आसा
गिरिराज
up in Nevra, so which is in Santandre. So I think I have a fair degree of visibility in the constituency. Again, I mean, it may be surprising, but I agree with Elvis Bab that I think we are overplaying influence of, some leaders over various constituencies. As far as Santandre is concerned, let us not forget one very important factor that Francis Silvera has been getting elected for a long time. I think for exception being 2012. As far as Tiswadi is concerned, I think BJP is not complacent. Even at the peak of BJP's popularity, even at the peak of Manohar Parrikar's popularity, the BJP won in 2012, won only 2 seats, which was Panji and Santandre. So I think the BJP is mindful of the fact that this taluka needs a lot of work. And Santandre, Mr. Silvera's personal votes plus BJP's core votes, in addition to that, which is the opposition face. There are so many faces in Santandre also. At the same time, even in Santa Cruz.
Whenever it comes to this question, Giriraj very conveniently goes to divided opposition. I like that. When he very convenient, when there are no other parts, he conveniently goes to divided opposition.
No, he acknowledges that the people are not with BJP, that they hope to win on divided vote.
Opposition was already fragmented. We are adding TMC to it.
We will go to next 2 constituencies on this point, and that is Mayem आणि Sankhali. ज्या दोन्ही जाग्यांचेर सध्या मुख्यमंत्री आणि बीजेपीचो आमदार. We'll start with Mayem. What is the verdict on Mayem? And Praveen Zatiye is unsafe. So Praveen Zatiye is unsafe. Why he is unsafe and what is the situation? If Praveen Zatiye is unsafe, what is the situation of BJP in that constituency? We'll talk about that. Next, we'll go to Sankhali. And Sankhali, Pramod Sawant is safe. And Pramod Sawant is safe. Let's see, Nilesh, both these constituencies, एक मुख्यमंत्र्याची मागणी आसा जेर आमी भयंकर चड किती उलयतले असो प्रश्न, but Mayem is very interesting. Please tell us.
Mayem is interesting because Mayem does not want a change of government, but they are not happy with the sitting MLA, and I mean, going only by the numbers that we have, if BJP changes its face there, BJP would probably
retain that
constituency. Yeah. So though we have said it's unsafe, we have said unsafe to the candidate and not to the party. And that has to also be noted by all the viewers that all the inferences that are being drawn for the candidate. So that's a very important thing. Second, Sankhali. Sankhali is a very interesting thing. It is a chief minister's this. When I actually started looking at the data, I thought that with the immediate municipal loss in view, people would actually show, people might have sentiments against the chief minister, but the data shows otherwise. Chief minister is quite safe.
Manoj?
Yeah, but in Sankhali, do people require change in government also? What is it?
As far as the change in government thing in Sankhali is concerned, no. People are saying it goes more in favor of no change in government, but it's not overwhelming. It's not stretched to 74, 75%. It's not like that. But people don't want to see the change in government.
All right. So very, very interesting constituencies. First is Mayem. We have seen an MLA, but then right from the first year, एक पळयलें की मयाच्या एमएलएचेर नॉन परफॉर्मिंग म्हणून छाप पडली. फर्स्ट बिकॉज ऑफ हिज नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी इन दी कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी. केन्ना लोकांक उपलब्ध आसना आनी ताच्या वर्करां थ्रू वचचें पडटा, डायरेक्ट कॉन्टॅक्ट आसना, पणजेत ते रावता, हो तांचेर एक व्हडलो आरोप जातालो. आनी तो आरोपाचे एक परमोच्च बिंदू आमी पयर पळयलो वेन the MLA was hooted out in front of the chief minister. So non-performance, non-availability has gone against him. And as what Nilesh says, my constituency is much favorable to the BJP, has been favorable to the BJP, and will remain favorable to the BJP because there is no formidable opposition, no formidable face which is seen in the opposition. So in absence of that, if the BJP goes for a change of phase, obviously BJP can win this.
No, Nilesh, I'll ask you a very tricky question on this point. Suppose BJP doesn't change the candidate, what happens?
Numbers say, I'm sorry, BJP will have to lose the seat. If the elections happen today.
If the elections happen today,
Yeah.
and if the same MLA contest,
If
BJP
the same
will lose.
MLA contest on a BJP ticket, BJP loses the seat.
But BJP has a silver lining there. Mrs. Pramod Sawant, that is Professor Sulakshana Sawant, has good sizable influence in my constituency. She has been working there. We are not really sure whether BJP will give her the ticket, etc. But if she continues to work with the same pace and same determination in May, we can.
So it is anyway the constituency not against the BJP.
Correct.
Constituency
The
is not
constituency
against
is not against the BJP.
Yes.
Anyway. So it's the anti-incumbency against the candidate and not the party.
Now when it is the chief minister has power in his hands. But Sankhali constituency, we'll have to divide Sankhali constituency into two. The rural Sankhali, which is pro BJP, and in the urban Sankhali, which is pro Congress. And तातून एक जर गजाल जर पळयली जर जायत जाल्यार entire Goa जर on an average, if they are saying 64% of the people are saying that we require change in the government, that same sentiments or similar sentiments are also seen in Sankhali, but not to a greater extent, as what Nilesh says.
Correct.
Which means, when there is a popular chief minister in his own constituency, and when he is the preferred face, people should have also preferred ki baba apna hoch government jaya shillo. But which also means that the chief minister will also have to really work it hard, and
He cannot take it for granted.
he cannot take that
Okay.
particular seat for granted.
Radha,
See, if you look at the statistics, it means the people of Sankhali want their MLA as MLA, but they are not too happy with him as chief minister. That is what conclusion we can draw from the figures. It's rather strange that people have no confidence in his ability as the CM, but have confidence
it is not
in
like
his
that.
ability. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, normal course, your own MLA he should have had 70% support to get elected as MLA and 90% as CM. It cannot be less than that. It means they have no confidence in him as CM. That is the only conclusion I can draw. Now, let me also add here. You see, the Congress has never existed as a party in Bisholi and Satari Taluka. It was the satrapy of the Ranis. Ranis would feel candidate determined and they would won on Congress ticket. The moment the Ranis have walked out, at least Viswajit has walked out, and Pratap Singh is just there now. We know he is aged and he doesn't have much say. So the moment this has happened, the Congress has ceased to exist there. And for this reason, the people are with the BJP. If there was a strong Congress organization there, it wouldn't be as easy for the BJP as it appears
Yeah,
to be
Manoj,
now.
you wanted to make a
Yeah, I
point.
just wanted to make a point. It is not that Chief Minister is unpopular in his constituency. What it also means is he is required as an MLA by the people, but there are over expectations because he is the Chief Minister.
Okay. Elvis?
Mayabaddal, I more or less tend to agree what the situation is there. But as far as Sankhali is concerned, थंय कितें आसा response दितना लोक दोन पावटी चिंततले हांवें सांगला ते भशेन कित्याक it is Chief Minister's constituency and it may not reflect the correct position. I'm just making an exception. I'm not belittling the survey. What I'm saying is सांखळी भितर कितें आसा एक कितें क्वेश्चन विचारलें जाल्यार दोन पावटी चिंतचें पडटा कितें आन्सर दितलो काय म्हणून त्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान पळयलें जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता आनीक दोतोरान सांगला तशें there is a sizable Congress presence also in Sankhali which has been demonstrated.
Giriraj?
Now, 1 second, before you go to that, because I think Elvis has brought out this point the second time, I just want to kind of tell this to the viewers as well. The data has been collected with a complete anonymity, as in the instrument was given in the hands of the respondent, and the respondent was responding. And there is no way now, the settings were such that there is no way that one could make out who has responded. So therefore, people fearing what answers to give, I think is
हांव दोन
very
गजाली
less.
क्लियर करता तुमी. Number one, this was a door-to-door survey.
Correct.
This was not on phone calls. Number two, we gave the device in the hands of the voter. We did not ask for name of the voter. We did not ask for contact number or email of the voter. We gave the device in the hands of the voter and requested only one thing: fill it truthfully. कारण ताणी किती भरला हें आमकां सुद्दां खबर ना.
ना प्रोफेसर निलेश म्हाका तशें कांय म्हणपाचें ना हांव कितें म्हणटा एक जनरल एक लोकांचो रिस्पॉन्स
मनाक एक भंय आसता म्हणून.
मनाक भंय आसतलो
मनाक एक भंय
आनी
आसता.
हांव चीफ मिनिस्टराचे कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सींतले असल्या कारणान म्हाका तो डबल भंय आसता.
Okay.
Pramod, just one observation. See what happens now with Sankhali. There's one factor which is important there, and that factor is Viswajit Rani. Now, if you know Viswajit Rani, if you can understand him, I'm pretty sure he wants to be the
We'll
chief
go
minister.
to Vishwajit Rane and Poriem.
No, I am talking of Sankhali.
Vishwajit Rane might have more problem in Poriem than in Sankhali.
No, I am talking of Sankhali. See, I would, looking at Goa's political scenario, I would feel that Viswajit Rane would do everything possible to see that Pramod Sawant loses, because it is in his interest. He wants to be chief minister someday. There's no doubt about that. And Pramod Sawant may not have as much of an easy way as one thinks. As of now, Viswajit is quiet. We know who the Congress candidate there would be. And we know who would back him inside. So there could be a big problem there. That's easy.
राधाराव बाबाचे तोड्यापोटी कशें जाता, it is like he raises a toss and he heads, he wins, tails you lose. Basically in Sankhali, he expects 90% of the people to say government. If it is 89%, then government is unpopular. I think this is a very weird and different way of judging.
Do you agree that Viswajit wants to be CM and he'll do everything to become CM? Do you agree with that? This is the reality, man. Why are you running away from it? I am quite an observer of Goa.
If you are in politics, everybody wants to be the CM.
Correct.
And in a democratic country, everybody should have democratic right to want to become CM.
And everybody will do everything possible to defeat his rival. This is what I'm trying to point out.
I would like to
Giriraj, tell us about Mayem and Sankhali both.
No, I would like to stick to Prudent survey, not rather.
Okay, that's why I'm bringing everything back to Prudent survey. Mayem and Sankhali, please tell me about it.
I think as far as Sankhali is concerned,
Yeah.
one of the best things that Dr. Pramod Sawant has done is he has not taken the constituency for granted just because he has become CM. Even today, I mean, what I learned from his personal, stuff, that he goes to Sankhali every day, unless there is a very, very important program. He does not step out of his constituency on the weekends unless there is some, important matter to address. But he is available to his people, and I think that has kind of consolidated his position. See, ultimately, people's expectations will always be there. Development or expectations is a continuous process, and that will happen. As far as Mayem is concerned, as you are saying, there is an anti-incumbency against a candidate. what I feel is this is a constituency that is right neighboring to the chief ministers, and if there are any measures required, they will be taken.
Okay.
Even as far as the candidate is concerned, the current
You are saying Mayem is not a lost cause for the BJP.
No, I feel it's
My
very much a
candidate is a
BJP
lost
constituency, and your survey itself is saying it.
Yeah.
If there are any problems, I'm sure the BJP will address it.
Okay. Now, ताजे मुखाल्ले दोन constituency घेता, which is very very interesting. Poriem and Valpoi. आणि म्हाका दिसता ताजे उपरांत एक प्रियोळ आसा, तिका आनी भायर कित्याक दवरया, तिका ह्याच बरोबर घेवया, पण we'll discuss Priol separately. 3 constituency, Poriem, Valpoi, Priol. We'll start with Poriem. Pratap Singh Rane is safe. Now the interesting point is whether is what happens with Vishwajit Rane and Vishwajit Rane's influence in Poriem. We'll go to Vishwajit Rane. Is Vishwajit Rane safe? I think I don't even need to say this. Vishwajit Rane is safe. Next is Priol. And this is interesting. And Govind Gowde. What happens with Govind Gowde? We are putting Priol in 50-50. So where should Govind Gowde go to make that 50-50 60-40? Whether there is a chance of 60-40 or it can become 40-60. Let's discuss that now. Nilesh, explain us Poriem and Valpoi first. What happened? And then we will go to Priol in a second round of discussion. But Poriem, is Pratap Singh Rane safe as a Congress candidate, and what happens if Vishwajit Rane wants to convert that constituency into a BJP constituency?
Yeah, so I have a feeling that Poriem is a very person-specific constituency because, it's an overwhelming, very highly skewed in favor of change in government, okay? Because they would want probably any party to which Mr. Rane belongs to come to power. So that's one. And Mr. Rane has got some extraordinary and extremely skewed things towards very good. And so as a candidate, obviously, he's safe. Poriem, again, you have a tremendous amount towards, you have a lot of this towards the, you have a balanced vote towards the change of government. You don't have anything skewed particularly, but candidate is extremely, people are very happy with the candidate. So in that sense, Poriem is looked at as a very safe thing for Vishwajit Rane. And I have a feeling that probably people are looking at it from a 50-50 point of view because they know that come what may, Mr. Vishwajit Rane would still be in power.
Valpoi?
Yeah, so that's Valpoi. Sorry, that's Vishwajit Rane is this. Yeah. Priol. Pramod is a very intriguing case. I mean,
we'll go to Priol later.
We'll go to Priol later.
We'll take Sattari first and then we'll go to Priol.
Yeah.
Manoj?
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised with the kind of results we have got. Because both constituencies, Poriem and Valpoi, are the part of Rane's fiefdom. And even if senior Rane is not quite active, Tacho presence in Poriem makes the difference. Now the question is whether senior Rane would still be interested in contesting elections given his daughter-in-law's movements in that particular constituency, door to door. But that is for the family to decide. With respect to Valpoi, we have seen agitations, we have seen total change, but then the candidate is still popular. Man, muscle, money is still there, and developmental works in terms of catering to individual families, catering to the employment requirements, development requirements. So happiness with the candidate is there, but we are not sure where this candidate is going to remain, whether it's with the BJP or with the Congress. So therefore the people are also 50-50.
No, that the enforcement directorate will see whether he remains with the BJP or whether he goes with the Congress.
How do you look at Poriem and Valpoi?
See, what happens is, as far as, I mean, we all know that these are the pocket boroughs of the Rane family. Now, interestingly, as I was saying, in Vishwajit's constituency, that is Valpoi, people are overwhelmingly for him. But I think they also are wavering towards change of government or something like that.
No, it's close. It's not
exactly
skewed.
For example, that precisely backs up what I'm saying. That Vishwajit Rane would not mind disturbing Pramod Sawant in Sankhali. What they want is Vishwajit to be the chief minister. They don't want a change of government.
You are saying Vishwajit's dilemma is reflecting abundantly in the electorate also.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. Not dilemma, desire.
Desire. Elvis Baba, how do you look at it?
पोरये बद्दल म्हाका कांय म्हणपाचें ना. पोरये तशें सिनियर राणेन कांय म्हणूंक ना, पूण बसचो ना. पूण ताणें म्हटलां की लोकांक जाय जाल्यार आय विल टेक द डिसिजन. सो इट इज वीथ द काँग्रेस एज ऑफ नाव. वायस वर्सा दोतोरान कशें आतां एडवोकेट राधारावान म्हटलां पळय हांगा सांखळी बद्दल, that internal what is simmering internally between सांखळी and वाळपय and सांखळी ते वायस वर्सा हांगा इफेक्ट जावंक शकता वाळपयाचेर, कित्याक ती गेम जाल्ली आसा दोगांचे भितर आनी ती गेम जर मातशें वाडली जाल्यार एनीथींग कॅन हॅपन इन वाळपय ऑल्सो.
Giriraj?
Yeah, I mean, as of now, the way situation is, I think I pretty much agree with the results. I mean, Mr. Raj.
Okay, then we'll go to Priol. That is interesting. Why is Priol 50-50 and what should Govind Gowde do? Nilesh?
There is a large majority which is looking out for a change of government. More than that, if you look at what is the performance of the candidate, even that people are not
Too happy.
skewed towards, like in case of Poriem or in case of Kalangut, people are saying, the candidate is very good. That's not what's happening even in Priol. However, when you get up and say that whether they want to see a change in the government, there is a large majority which is asking for a change of government. And Govind Gowde, or a sitting MLA who is part of the government at the moment, is a face of the government in Priol. So one would have to
So you
look
are
at it
saying
from that angle.
Govind Gowde is 50-50 because he is an independent MLA?
At the moment, yes.
That's very interesting. Manoj?
There is an interesting case of Priol. Priol, this particular MLA is been a performer. Govind Gowde has been a performer. Govind Gowde is popular. But problem खंय आसा तो पळया. प्रियोळाची जी माइंडसेट ताच्या पयली 10-15 वर्सां जी तयार जाल्ली, ताका छेद दिवपाचें काम गोविंद गावडेन केलें. म्हणजे कशें वदळ आमी डिस्कस केल्लें तशें आय वर्सीस वी, म्हाका आनी आमकां. गोविंद गावडेचे पॉलिटिक्स आमकांचे पॉलिटिक्स आसा, वीचे पॉलिटिक्स आसा, सोशल डेव्हलपमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट, सोशल वर्क, जनरल वर्क्स, पब्लीक वर्क्स. वेरेज धवळीकराचे पयलींचे पॉलिटिक्स 10-15 वर्सां इंडिव्हिज्युअल पॉलिटिक्स आसा, वेर वी टॉक अबाउट एम्प्लॉयमेंट, वेर वी टॉक अबाउट इंडिव्हिज्युअल टोल्स, फॅमिलीक मदत, दीन दुबळ्यांक मदत, तांची लायटीच्या बिला पासून सगळी बिलां भरपाची. ती संवय जी आशिल्ली ती गोविंद गावडेन मोडपाचो प्रयत्न केलो. बट people want the earlier system back, and that is the fallacy of the system. That is the fallacy of the system. So Govinda Gowde's good performance will not help him unless he makes a change, and now it is too late for that particular change.
Radhaba, Priol?
Priol, I'm not that familiar with Priol, except to say that in my time as MLA, it had one of Goa's better MLAs for 2 or 3 terms. Dr. Kashinath Jalvi.
See, Priol कितें आसा, Govind Gowde also represents the interests of the tribal population, huge tribal population. ताजेर overwhelming तसो प्रेशरूय आसा. आनी दुसरें म्हणल्यार कितें आहा, बीजेपीक ताणें आदार करून बीजेपी ताका वयर सरपाक कितले दितले तोय एक प्रश्न आसा. कित्याक तांकां फायनली खंयी गेलो जाल्यार दे डू पिगीबॅक रायडिंग ऑन समबडी एल्स इन सच प्लेसीस. आनी म्हणून ताका तितली उदरगत करपाक मेळ्ळ्या काय ना आय डोंट नो. आतां 50-50 जर दाखयता, मे बी then he may have to tilt more towards the BJP to stabilize the thing.
No, but otherwise, people are asking for change of government.
People are asking for change of government is also
very
true,
interesting. So Nilesh, if Govind Gowde goes to BJP, what with the signals that he is giving off late,
he loses.
Does that make him safe or it makes him unsafe?
Data says he goes unsafe.
He goes even unsafe. Giriraj?
I think as far as Priol is concerned, there is a little bit of confusion within the BJP cadre also, because one, Govind was not part of the party. He is an independent. He has, of course, shown abundant signs that he is ready to, finally join a party. But I think that is a decision which will be taken by the state leadership.
Okay.
So that is one aspect I feel why the cadre is in a little bit of state of confusion.
Confusion. Okay. हांव इतल्याचेर आमचो दुसरो वाटो जो आसा तो थांबयता. फुडल्या बाबतींत आमी एक इंटरेस्टिंग गजाल घेतल्या. Who people think has opposed this government most effectively, who has been the most effective opposition in last 4.5 years or 5 years म्हणपाक शकता आमी. आनी ज्यो 10 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीज आमी घेतल्यो त्यो 10 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीज म्हळ्यार फोंडा, शिरोडा, मडकय, मुरगांव, वास्को, दाबोळी, कुठ्ठाळी, नुवें, कुर्तरी आनी फातोर्डा. ह्या 10 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीक भितर आमी फुडले वाट्या भितर चर्चा करतले. जो मूड ऑफ द स्टेट आमचो गोंयभर केल्लो एक्सटेन्सिव्ह सर्वे जो specsmojo.com तुमचे म्हऱ्याक घेवन येता. हांव इतल्याचेर थांबता, खंयच वचनाकात, रोखडेच परत येतात. इज अ व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग डेटा आनी डेटा पॉइंट्स ऑन द अदर साइड ऑफ द ब्रेक.
Specsmojo.com, See the Difference presents Mood of the State, co-sponsored by Rajdeep Builders.